Hey there, everyone. I'm Allie, and I am here with this month's Take and Make demonstration. And we are celebrating National Dessert Day, but it's actually National Dessert Month. So that's right, this is a long month. You literally have 31 days to indulge in dessert and justify it every single time with it's National Dessert Month. Why would I not be stuffing my face with cheesecake or brownies or whatever it is your favorite? So with that, we're going to go ahead and make a s'mores mug cake. So you need your kit that you hopefully picked up from Family Strengths Network. If not, there may or may not be more kits. But if you're really dying for this recipe, I totally just found it on Pinterest, of course. I just typed in easy fall mug cakes, and that's what I got. So you have your kit, you're gonna pull out your marshmallows. I just pulled mine out while I was talking, and you're gonna put those to the side. I have to scroll down my directions. All right, so you took out your marshmallows. You wanna grab yourself a mug. You wanna make sure that it's microwave safe. I think that most mugs are microwave safe, but just in case, don't get anything fancy out that's gonna explode in the microwave. I'm using a clear one so that you can see what is happening in my mug. When I make mug cakes, and I make them a ton, I like to spray a little bit of nonstick spray when I'm at home, but I don't have that here with me, so I'm going to skip showing that. But I do highly, highly recommend it. So let's go ahead and take out the graham crackers too. If they crumbled a bit, it's absolutely no biggie at all. You can try to tap it around to get most of the flour and stuff off. There is still going to be flour on that, also not a big deal. Everything is going to be all mixed up in the end for the most part. So go ahead and pull out your graham cracker and set it to the side. All right, so you have just your powder and your chocolate chips are in there too. So you're gonna pour all of this into your mug. And this just has flour and sugar and baking powder. It's a pretty basic cake recipe. You can get super fancy and use actual cake recipe or something of the sort. All right, so you've poured that in there. You have just your cake mix in your mug. And now you're gonna go grab your graham cracker. Get your graham cracker back, and you're gonna throw that right into your bag. Make sure you seal it up really, really well. You know, and graham crackers exploding all over the place. Also, make sure you don't have a lot of air in your bag, because if you try to do that, it'll pop open and make a huge mess too. So you're just gonna use this bag and crush your graham crackers. You can use a rolling pin, you can use your hands, you can use whatever works best for you. I recommend doing, if you're doing this with small children, this is a super great fine motor skill and hand dexterity activity. So have them crunch up those graham crackers with their fingers is just fabulous. So I'm gonna just do this with my hands quickly. And you want the graham crackers to be somewhat like the consistency of flour. So you don't want any huge chunks, but if you don't get all the chunks out, it's not the end of the world either. And of course, there is going to be some flour in there, but you're going to be putting a lot of that back into your cake mix, so it's really not a huge deal. So that's pretty good. It's crunched up. Here's mine. There's some chunks in there, but nothing major. All right, I'm going to grab a spoon. So you're just going to put about 3/4 of your graham cracker mix right back into your mug. Essentially, you just want to save a tiny bit of it to sprinkle on top of your cake when it's complete. So I'm putting just about almost all of my graham cracker crumbs right back in. I just have this tiny little bit. Now you're going to stir it all together, make it pretty uniform, the powder, the chocolate chips, all of it. Mix it all up. Once you have it mixed pretty well, you're going to kind of build a reservoir in the bottom of your mug. Just kind of build a bowl right in the center. And again, you don't have to do this, but it makes it so much easier. So we're going to pop an egg right in that little reservoir. Grab my egg here. So you need 1 large egg. Try not to get shell in my mug cake right here on camera, right? All right, toss that aside. And then you need milk. You can use whatever kind of milk you want. I just grabbed a small thing of whole milk this morning. And it's supposed to be a 1/4 cup. So I'm just gonna eyeball that. And you may need to add more or less milk to your cake mix, depending upon the consistency, like how it looks once you get it all mixed up. So I'm just kind of whisking that egg and milk in my little reservoir, and then I'll start mixing in my powder. And you want all of your powder, you want it all to be mixed up. So that's another great thing if you have these clear mugs at home. It makes it so much easier to see if you've gotten all of your ingredients mixed uniformly. But another idea to make sure your stuff is mixed up completely, you can mix it up into another small bowl, and then you can just pour it over into a mug, whatever works best for you. But I want to show you how easy it is just to completely use one dish and mix it all up into one little thing. Got some flour over here I almost missed. All right, looks like it's pretty good. All right. So it doesn't look like very much mix, but you do want to make sure that you're using a pretty good sized mug. So you want to make sure you have lots of space, because trust me, this cake is not going to look like this once you microwave it. So I'm going to pop this in the microwave. We're going to start with 2 minutes. So 2 minutes in the microwave, and then we'll take a peek at it and see if it looks like it's pretty well done. So in the meantime, let's talk about desserts, shall we? We have 2 minutes. Best part of dessert is I think that there's something for everyone. You might be a fan of chocolate, you might prefer vanilla, maybe you'd rather have a big huge slice of apple pie, maybe you love red velvet cake. My daughter loves red velvet cake. What about angel food cake? Maybe you like it with strawberries, whipped cream, all the good stuff. Chocolate chip cookies. I mean, there's so many options. Me, I'm not a huge sweets person, but I love key lime pie. It's like my ultimate favorite. I love pineapple upside down cake. That's a tradition for our family. Or I'm perfectly happy just with some coconut cream and some strawberries, and I'm good to go. So there's a lot of options, but you can grab something sweet, sit back, relax, and think about tons of different ways you would like to celebrate National Dessert Month. So there are actually a few reasons why desserts really are a good idea, and I thought it would be great to share those things with you, because, you know, you might need a reason to justify the splurge once in a while, right? First off, it satisfies your cravings. So whether you have a major sweet tooth or you just crave something sweet every once in a while, kind of like I do, research actually shows that it's best to listen to that craving in the moment. So as soon as you start restricting yourself from sweets, you're only going to want them more, and your body's going to drive you nuts trying to get them. I guarantee you're going to find yourself halfway through a container of Oreos in a few days if you ignore your body asking you for some sort of sweet stuff. Have a few bites of dessert when your body tells you, and then you won't binge later. Also, if you make your desserts at home, it is so much healthier. Store-bought goodies are usually packed with tons of preservatives, more sugar than it really even needs, and even chemicals. You've read the ingredient labels. You can't even pronounce half of that stuff, so it can't be good for you. So if you cook it at home, you can substitute many of the ingredients with a healthier option, and then you won't have to feel bad about having a second piece or a half a cake every once in a while. Let me check this out. So it's now filling all the way to the top of the cake. My cake is still a little runny, so I'm going to pop it back in the microwave for just about 45 more seconds to get it cooked all the way through. So that's going to go for 45 more seconds. In the meantime, I have one more reason that it's actually a good thing to splurge on desserts. It may actually keep you more active. So if you keep a healthy balance, it's key. We're supposed to be balancing things in life, right? It's all about balance. All right, so it's okay to have sweet treats once in a while, especially if you know you're going to go for a walk later, or you're going to run around with the kids at the park, or maybe you're going to head to the gym in the morning. Whatever it is, you're going to burn those calories off, and so it's kind of like this cycle of encouragement. So those are just some ideas to celebrate National Dessert Day today and National Dessert Month all month long. All right, should be about done. Right, it looks much better. It's not jiggly anymore, nice and fluffy. You can see the chocolate is kind of melted. It's hard to see on camera, but you can see the chocolate chips are melted throughout. So you basically have a chocolate chip cake right here. So you're gonna top this with the marshmallow now. I put 2 of these gigantic marshmallows in each bag. You can use both of them if you're a marshmallow lover. Just for video purposes, I'm gonna take one of these huge marshmallows. I got these because it was all they had at Smith's. They had these, or they had the teeny tiny ones, and those weren't fun. So I'm gonna take both of my marshmallows and I'm gonna shove them right down into my cake. All right, so now you want your marshmallow to be a little squishy, because that's what's part of a s'mores. So you can either, if you have a fancy torch, kitchen torch, Monica and I were talking about those earlier today. Those are super fun, and you can toast it and make it kind of crunchy and toasty on top. I don't have one of those, so I'm going to microwave it for just a few seconds just to make it a little soft and runny. I'll say just 30 seconds. So you can do that. And then you can put it in your broiler and make the inside squishy and then the top kind of crusty. Or you can do one or the other, whatever works for you. And then you want to go grab the rest of your graham cracker sprinkles. Like I said, I just have a teeny tiny amount. And when my marshmallows are a little bit microwave squished, you gotta be really careful with marshmallows in the microwave. I don't know if you know this, but they will go everywhere. So mine almost went everywhere, but it's really squished. All right, and then you're gonna sprinkle the last little bits of your marshmallow or your graham crackers right on top. You can drizzle a little chocolate on top of there, whatever it looks good for you. But this is the basic of your s'mores mug cake. Hopefully it turned out okay for you. And if you made this, I would love for you to head over to our Facebook page and share your mug cake snapshots. We miss your faces so much since we have been closed since March, and we love to see when you guys are participating in our activities in the community. So until next month with next month's Make and Take, I will talk to you then. Bye.